Hi guys, my name's Ellie, welcome to my channel, and today I want to review this. This is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me is on the back. There we go. Foundation. I got the color 115 Ivory. So I first want to put in the testing that I did. I wore it for a week, but I do have this wear test right here. So, we are testing the foundation today. Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I'm wearing it over sunscreen as my primer, set with the Too Faced Peachy Matte powder and setting spray. So, it's 8 a.m. Let's see what happens. As you can see, I'm a little shiny, but not unreasonable. Like, I would enjoy taking my makeup off, but I'm not, like, itching to rip it off my face because it's so greasy. So, not a bad wear test. I'm gonna wear it for the rest of the week and kind of check in with you guys on the weekend. So that was me wearing it through a full day of work, and when I'm getting ready for work, I put my makeup on either 7 or 7:30 in the morning, and I don't leave work until like 5 in the afternoon. So that's a pretty long test. It holding up that well, staying pretty close to not horrible is a plus. I'm also going to put in an application right here. Okay, so I already have what I use as primer on. This is the Shiseido Urban Environment Oil-Free UV Protector in SPF 42. So I'm just going to knock some stuff over and put on this foundation. Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in Ivory 115. So I'm using a damp Real Technique sponge, a very fresh one. Just put it straight onto here because this doesn't have a pump, which is frustrating, but it's a really good foundation so far. As you can see, it seems to blend really nicely into my skin. I've been liking that. I think it's a very good color match. Make sure I get all into the nose pores. So, without. I'll just probably speed through the rest pretty quickly. So yeah, I get about that much on there. I don't know if it's too much or not enough, because there's no pump to like measure out the right amount. And they use less for my forehead. Yeah, better. Get out of there, hair. Okay, so that is the foundation down. You've already seen me with what this turns out as. So yeah, let's get back to it. So you can see how nicely it goes on. I've been using a beauty blender type spongy thing. I'm vaguely interested in using a brush, but I get a really good result with the beauty blender type spongy thing. So I don't know if I really want to mess with it. Especially because it doesn't have a pump. I never used to understand when people would talk about, oh, but like it doesn't have a pump. But it doesn't have a pump! All of my, like, I had a big history of things that either had a pump or were like in a squeezy tube. Whereas this one is just, you just pour it out And I know there's ways you can, like, buy pumps online and stuff, but the way I keep my makeup reasonable, at least for me, is I keep track of how many pumps I use, so I use about the same amount every day, so I'm not, like, overdoing it or underdoing it certain days. And who the fuck knows with this, because it's just, you're using what you use. If you're really good at eyeballing it, good luck. But yeah, that's my main gripe so far, is it doesn't have a pump, and I would really like a pump so I could track how much I'm using, because I feel like I'm using way more than I need to. Not that it's affecting the wear or the coverage, but, like, I think it's, like, down here after, like, a week. So, concerns. Because I'm going to go through this really quickly, and even though it is a drugstore foundation, and I am quite liking it, that's very fast. Normally my foundations last a month or two, if not longer, based on how little you need to use of them. I do think it's a really good color match. As you can see, when I put my powder over top, it does darken it a little bit. I don't think it's the actual foundation oxidizing. I think it's just that there's some beiginess in the powder I'm setting my face with that tends to darken foundations. It's done it with other foundations, so that's... And I don't think it did it the day that I wore it with translucent powder. I think it just stayed a really nice thing, even amount. I really like it. I like it quite a lot. I think with the pairings that I've been doing with the sunscreen underneath and the specific powder and specific setting spray, this has been doing a really good job with my oils and keeping my makeup on my face all day. It doesn't, like, crack or break up throughout the day that I saw. I haven't had anything that might have worn it off. Like, I haven't been, like, touching my face or wearing any type of, like, glasses that rub or anything, so I don't know how it will do with that type of a product. I do mess with my nose ring quite a bit, like, because, like, I flip it in for work, and then I can just, like, feel it, and I was like, move it around, and, like, I can feel it, like, moving too far back, and then I'll pull it back down, and it's not with my nose. So, like, it doesn't tend to be very visible that it's worn away around my nostrils, so that's nice. What else? I do think it's nice. I really like it. Because I had already filmed a first impression, and the footage was corrupted, so then we went for a longer wear test, and I really like it. I think this is a good thing to try out. I think it's a good drugstore option. I will keep this on my list of things. I have another color I want to try in the winter because it looked lighter, and since this was such a nice match for, like, into summertime, even though I haven't gotten much sun, I really liked it. I'd be interested in trying the other one in winter. I don't have much to say besides I really like it. And I really appreciate my lovely subscriber who suggested I try it out, because this is good. I feel like back in the day, I tested either they didn't have the right kinds of foundations or color ranges that really fit me, or I didn't try the right ones. Because I remember having drugstore foundations, and they were either too dark or too yellow, or, like, they didn't work for my skin type, and so I don't know, because it's been a really long time since I really, like, dug into drugstore foundations. I don't remember if it was that they had bad quality foundations or bad shade ranges, or if I was just in the wrong section. It's very likely that I was just in the wrong section to grab the right color for myself, or that I didn't know how to read foundations for oily skin. Like, I may have kind of known I had oily skin, but I didn't really know how that would have necessarily played into a foundation, because I had no makeup experience back when I was playing with drugstore foundations, and I never tried this. I think I tried Revlon? That sounds familiar. I think I looked at powder foundations and never got them. Nope. I didn't think they were going to stick to my face, which I still don't know if they would ever stick to my face. But, yeah, so I think this is good. I think this gives me a little bit more confidence to potentially explore some drugstore foundations, play around with it. Yeah, because the last one I tried, the Superstay, I did not like, but this one I really like. So maybe it's just that I have to be better about doing research on my foundations, which I should do anyway. I really should, but sometimes I'm excited and I just want to buy a thing, and there's a thing, and so I buy it out of excitement, and then I go home and read some reviews and I'm like, oh shit, that is not for my skin type. Yeah, so sometimes I just buy stuff out of excitement and it's the wrong for my skin type, complexion, preferences, like, who knows. Other thing I like about this is it does feel really light. Like, it's not heavy. I remember drugstore foundations feeling heavy, which is one of those things where I'm always like, I should try some more drugstore, and then I think back to when I wore foundations a long, long time ago, and they were heavy, and they were thick, and I could feel them on my face. And again, I don't know if this is because that was actually a thing, or if I'm just remembering a thing. So, I think this is quite a good foundation. I will keep wearing it. It's survived a week without me sending it away, so it's staying. I will do another follow-up once I finished it, which will probably be pretty soon because it looks like I'm using a lot at a time. And, which actually, that's another good thing, is even if I am way overusing it, it doesn't look horrible to me. And in person, it doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look cakey. That was something I commented on in the corrupted footage, that it's the kind of foundation I feel like I could throw on that powder and brows and just go out with that passing as a no makeup look. Just evens out the skin, sits nicely, something for my powder to go on to hold me matte, and you're good to go. So I'm fine going out with that makeup, but if you are somebody who really wants you to look a certain way or to cover up certain things, I think this is potentially a good choice for you, because it is really nice and light, but also decently covered. Like, I have some dots in there. Somewhere I have a zit. I remember that. There's my zit. Knew I had at least one. I always have at least one. But, yeah, I think it's a really good product. I'm gonna keep using it. And I think this is going to encourage me to try more drugstore foundations because this one's really good. So, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys.